Hi everybody, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface with the third part of Battlefield Barrens, and this time we're seeing things from the point of view of the Horde, and this is where things can get very, very interesting indeed. I'll go back to the Alliance later on in the video, but we've done the two pre-scenarios. Oh god, thank goodness they're over. And now it's sent me to Sen'jin village. So before you can get to this point, you have to do the Dark Heart of Pandaria and also Blood in the Snow scenarios. I've got both of them up on my channel if you want to look. Bring a pillow. They are terrible. Absolutely terrible. Do those pre-quests and you'll get your various faction starting quest for Battlefield Barrens. So whereas the Alliance headed over to just outside Orgrimmar, met up with a couple of spies and did some pre-quests, the Horde goes straight to Sen'jin village. So I thought it was only apt, only right, that I create a troll character for this whole event. I think it kind of fits in a lot better. So we get a little bit of background story, and story is something I'm going to be discussing quite a bit in this video, especially versus scenario, where they set up what's going to be happening. This is going to be all-out war on Orgrimmar. Garrosh has underestimated Vol'jin. He thinks he's dead, so there's the surprise element there. But before they can do that, because the whole assault, of course, takes place in patch 5.4, they need resources. They need everything to get themselves set up. They need the oil, they need the lumber, they need the stone, and they need the meat to feed. So I'm off to meet Vol'jin now. And if you can sneak a quick look into the hut, there is a very special person in there. And when I saw him, my little heart fluttered. Oh, yes, it did. It went, oh, because Thrall's back, and Thrall is the man. I don't care which faction you belong to, that guy is the man, full stop. And as an Alliance member, you don't really get to interact with Thrall. You did through the end of Cataclysm. But if you're Horde, the last time that you had any dealings with him was in the Domination Point daily quest lines, where both you and Thrall took back the Echo Isles from the Kor'kron, who had tried to take it over, believing, of course, Vol'jin to be dead. And that was a very, very interesting scenario because Thrall, of course, was showing his colours. He was showing who he supports, and Thrall supports a true Horde. He doesn't believe that Garrosh is a true member of the Horde. So now we have both Vol'jin and Thrall side by side, and that to me, very exciting indeed. So we get our pre-quest to head off to Northern Barrens, get the various resources. We had this one with the Alliance too. Yes, I had a little bit of trouble getting back in the door. You try navigating a dragon through that tiny doorway, right? You tell me you can do it. So we get that, and now it's a phrase I've been using a little bit recently. We get to the meat and potatoes of this story, and I'm going to have a wee bit of a chat now about story, okay? Because if you've seen my scenario videos, I have not remotely been impressed by the garbage that they are in patch 5.3. 4 new scenarios, they are terrible. Now, it looks like, if I try and give Blizzard the benefit of the doubt, it looks like they're trying to see if scenarios can work as a device to tell storylines. And I can categorically say, no, it doesn't work at all. Because it feels like Blizzard have a very weak storyline because the scenario itself is so short, and they can't quite make or flesh out the story within it. Then couple that with the fact that you've got 2 other country bumpkins with you that you've got to carry, or are carrying you, or are going at their pace, not your pace. They're doing this, they're doing that. You lose any intimacy with storyline whatsoever. In actual fact, Blood in the Snow I just thought was so poor, it's unbelievable. But probably not as bad as the Ragefire, Secret of Ragefire scenario, which was... Where was the story? Never mind the mechanics of the scenario. It all seemed non-existent. And this is exactly where storyline works for me. It's a quest. It's intimate. This quest is for me. I am being told this story directly. I haven't got anyone else around with me to go at their own pace. I've got me and me only to go whatever pace I choose to go at. I feel more immersed in this storyline. Again, I'll use that word, it feels more intimate. So I absolutely love what I have to do here. Yeah, I'm just going around wiping out a bunch of Kor'kron, but that doesn't matter because it is integral to the storyline. We are now protecting Sen'jin village. We have Vol'jin back at the camp. We have the Kor'kron inside Sen'jin village. We've got the goblins with their mortars that are firing across, and we've got to try and do our best to protect. I can do this how I see fit. I've got nobody else to worry about but me, and therefore this storyline feels very personal and very enjoyable because of that. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. And this is where scenarios are completely falling down. I get the sense from when I play a scenario that Blizzard haven't got a clue what they want to do with them. That's not me being cruel. That is a God's honest feeling I have. I think Blizzard don't know what on earth they are doing with scenarios. Are they meant to be a group quest? Are they meant to be a storytelling device? Are they meant to be just a bit of fun? I don't think they know what they're doing with them themselves, and that really comes through on the poor content and the way that they're very, very badly put together. But let's just move away from that. I'll get back to scenarios in a second, because I stuck my head over here and I thought, what are all these tornadoes going on in the distance? And look! Thrall is kicking all kinds of ass. Ay, 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 ay. Don't piss the big guy off, guys. Don't piss the big guy off. So just jumping quickly back to scenarios. What I'd like to see, personally, remove them from the game. Get scenarios out of the game. I would personally also like to see Raid Finder out of the game. I'd like to see some proper development time put into dungeons with a very good difficulty level. Not saying making them so hard that people can't do them, but make them the bridge. You can have your level 90 dungeons, you can have your level 90 heroic dungeons, which are the toughies, as your bridge going into genuine raiding, 10-person, 25-person raiding. But scenarios, they're not working at all for me. I think they've been the biggest flop in Mists of Pandaria. But let's move away. We've wasted enough time talking about crap. Because we're taking back Sen'jin village, and this is to me is posing a very interesting question. I said I'd bring the Alliance back into the equation. This is all setting up for patch 5.4. Okay, there's no assaults on Orgrimmar as yet. We're just gathering resources and building up troops, building up, you know, whatever we need, machinery, guns, etc. in the Northern Barrens, awaiting the assault on Orgrimmar. As to what's going to happen inside of Orgrimmar, that is pure and utter speculation. Pure and utter speculation at this point. But there are some very interesting angles with the Horde and the Alliance, because there is now a very uneasy alliance between the two of them. If you speak to Vol'jin as a member of the Alliance, he doesn't like you. He doesn't like you at all. he resents the fact that the Alliance are helping out here, but he knows he needs the strength of the Alliance on top of the strength of the Horde to go inside and take Orgrimmar, because it's basically being converted into a complete and utter fortress. But when the Alliance go in to Orgrimmar to raid it, what is exactly going to happen? Are the Alliance just going to play by the book and say, right, we've removed Garrosh, that was the major threat, let's see if we can work towards some level of peace? Are the Alliance going to think, we've got an opportunity here to destroy the Horde? Remember, you've got Jaina Proudmoore, who has made some very, very dubious decisions in Mists of Pandaria so far. She's a very damaged person. Is her absolute bloodlust, because that's what it is, her bloodlust for revenge against the Horde and Garrosh, going to lead to some further conflict between the two? So all these questions, yes, they will all start to come and pass in patch 5.4, but I'm very intrigued to hear what you are speculating will happen within there. So Sen'jin village has been defended. We now have the next part of the storyline, which is to assault Razor Hill. but you're going to have to wait until tomorrow to see that part. So we've been on the defensive, now it's time to go on the offensive. Horde versus Horde all over the place in Battlefield Barrens, and it is amazing to watch. So I'm going to leave you with Vol'jin and Thrall, as Thrall has decided he can't fight anymore. He needs to try and rally as many orcs as possible, and he's going to Orgrimmar to try and do that. Now I'll be very intrigued to see if that is another part of the storyline opened up at a later point. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. Remember, very important that you follow me on Facebook and Twitter, because you'll get the updates on not only the live streaming on my Twitch TV, but all that's going on with the Funtime Frank Guild, which is building up rapidly at the minute. Over about 150 people so far. Incredible. In about 2 days. Absolutely unbelievable. But I will be back with some more stuff very soon. So you take care, everybody. Bye-bye.